napalitan ng napalit kayo ng ng catheter bag. So pagkatapos nun, anong gagawin? Hand-wash ulit. So after touching a patient's surroundings, so ano yun? Halimbawa, nag-clean kayo sa nag-clean kayo sa room ng pasyente. So anong gagawin pagkatapos? Hand wash again, and then also your clothes. So kailangan palitan yung clothes ninyo kasi ito yung mga alikabok na habang naglilinis kayo, yung alikabok pumunta na sa mga ninyo,
bacteria,
sa uniform, no? Okay? So that is the five moments for hand hygiene. Okay, so next is this is cleaning in your oral resuscitation meeting. Okay? So before tayo mag-open ng new topic, so yung oral recitation ninyo every meeting. So this is including six positioning of the patient. Okay, so number 1 is yung prone position. So prone position is ito yung nakadapa yung pasyente. So supine position is ito yung nakatihaya yung pasyente. Okay, so right lateral recumbent and left lateral recumbent. Ito yung ninyo ha. So this is the reason kung bakit po including po sa yung oral recitation is kailangan natin to sa during your demonstration also for bead making and bead puffing. So this is including especially ito yung positioning, especially yung right lateral recumbent, supine position, so left lateral recumbent, this is the common position na gagawin natin. Okay, so number 3 is okay, so number 5 is polar position. So we have 3 kinds of polar position. So number 1 is low polar position, that is 15 to 30 degree angle. 15 to low polar position. This is the 3 kinds of polar position. Ha?
Nawawala na yung utak ko dun.
Nawawala na yung angle.
For the low?
15 to 30 degree angle. Okay? So number low polar position. So this is 3 kinds of polar position. Okay, so number 2 is semi-polar position.
Semi?
Yes.
Polar?
Polar position. Okay, so this is 45 degrees to 60 degree angle. Okay, so next, tapos na.
Ilang degree, madam?
Ha?
Ilang degree?
45 to 60.
Ano yun?
Low. Low
3
polar
types of powers.
position. Low polar position, semi-polars, and last is high polar position. High polar position.
High polar.
Polar position. That is 60 to 90 degree.
62
90.
Parang Tony Fowler.
to 90.
Tony Fowlers. Okay, so the last is the Trendelenburg. Okay, so that is the 6 yan na position ha. Okay, so number 1 is front position, supine position, so right lateral right and left lateral recumbent and polar position and Trendelenburg. Okay, so ano tong Trendelenburg na position?
Slant.
Taas yung paa.
So mostly ito yung ginagamit ng mga yung mga hypotension, yung mga low blood.
Oo.
Yung nakaangat konti yung
Nakaangat yung paa.
tapos yung ulo is nasa baba.
Low blood. Mostly low blood.
Ito yung mostly ginagamit sa mga hypotension. Saka yung mga emergency, pang-emergency din. Oo.
Yung high yung position.
for this one, what is ambulation?
Ambulation is the ability to walk without the need for any kind of assistance. It is most often used when describing the goals of a patient after surgery or physical therapy. In order to reach a patient's goal of the ambulation, they may require assistance before they are able to walk around on their own.
Okay, so anong ibig sabihin na?
They have the ability to do it by themselves. Then they don't need any assistance.
Okay, very good. So that is what let them to do it on his own. Diba? So para lang yung ano para lang yung tayong simula nung yung example nito is yung baby natin before, diba? Tuturaan natin silang maglakad until na yung hayaan na natin silang maglakad ng sarili nila para matuto. So ganun yun. So especially yung sa ganito, yung sa ambulation is kailangan natin silang hayaan na sila yung gumawa sa ano nila, sa sarili nila. Okay, so especially yung mga patients. Okay, so the importance of ambulation is after surgery is extremely important to get the patient moving as soon as possible. So the technique of early ambulation involves taking the patient up and out of bed as soon as it is medically safe to do so after a procedure. So the activity will most likely be very light and may include yung
Standing, walking.
sitting, tapos yung standing and walking also. So, okay. So, can you please continue this one, Ma'am Maribek? Lopez? Okay, so
The importance of
Okay.
it is important to get a patient to move around as soon as able because body systems slow down after surgery. Ambulating improves blood flow, which is in turn can speed up the process of wound healing. If a patient is left immobile after a surgery, constipation, gasping, and weakness are usually reported. Sedentary behavior also reduces the body power to fight infections, and it's put the patient at a higher risk for blood clot and pneumonia. Ambulation is important for people, especially the elderly, even without surgery. Inactivity reduces muscle mass, strength, and reduces the oxygen of capacity in the blood. As muscles begin to feel stiff and sore, movement progressively becomes more and more difficult and painful. For this reason, ambulation is an important daily goal for all ages.
Okay. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Ano naiintindihan mo sa binasa?
Ambulation is very important to improve the blood flow of the patient, and it helps for the patient to reduce the muscle mass, and it helps and strengthen and reduce the oxygen capacity in the blood.
So, especially not only yung mga pasyente na bagong mga surgery. So, especially to those yung mga old people. So, kailangan din nila yung yung exercise, di ba? So, para din mag-circulate yung blood flow nila. Okay? So, assistive devices for ambulation. So, if the patient is unable to ambulate on their own, so they are often encouraged to move as much as capable. So, even if that means introducing an assistive device, ambulatory assistive devices include. So, ito yung ginagamit, yung mga para sa ambulatory, yung ginamit natin dyan, yung wheelchair, at saka yung walker din. So, ito ay pinakagamit ko sa mga yung mga sa ambulatory. Kasi para hindi mapahirapan yung pasyente kasi tayo din yung mga nurses, yung mga nag-aalaga ng pasyente. So before natin i-transfer yung pasyente sa sa bed, so kailangan na yan siya. Yung halimbawa, naglakad yung pasyente papunta sa banyo, so gagamitin lang natin is yung walker. So it's easy. So mas madali siya. Kasi yung mga walker ngayon is may mga na siya, may mga gulong siya pa. May mga gulong na. So itulang mo lang yung pasyente, huwag itulang na pasyente. Tulang mo lang siya na yung nakalalay ka sa kanya. Kasi mostly ang sa pasyente is dito mo siya hawakan talaga sa kamay, parang maganon kayong dalawa. Hawakan mo lang siya habang naglalakad siya. So mostly yung ginagamit ng mga ng mga ambulatory patient, yung talaga yung mga ganyan wheelchair, saka yung walker. Ito yung ito yung pinaka-common. Okay. So in page 12, so andyan yung wala na to masyado ngayon, yung mga ganitong mga more on wheelchair na sila, tsaka walker. So, mga hindi tayo mga pasyente.
Tungkod na lang to ng
Lola mo na.
Pag sa lokal yung automatic na siya. Pero na left and right lang.
Tapos uso yung may tungkod na may
Wheelchair siya pero
pag nag-ikot sila,
hindi ganun ang cost nun.
At saka yung mga wheelchair nila, may mga na din.
Kaya mag-shopping so sila every morning, tawag namin Madam Pete. Kasi nakaano siya may walker siya. Every morning nandun siya, siguro exercise, siguro inbox. Tapos
din
makita na
I
rin
noticed
niya
na ito.
Ganun. Dadalhin mo pa ng pera.
tapos utusan niya lang kasi mag-explain sa kanya. Eh, nung natuto niya kami lahat, bibigyan namin, hindi ko alam
Okay. So, ito yung yung portable patient led equipment. So, ito yung yung nakakita na kayo nito?
Ganun lang.
Ikaw, mas ito yung
Ganun
ito
lang.
yung mostly na ginagamit. Pati yung mga bedridden patient din ito yung ginagamit.
Magbuhat.
Para siyang baby carrier.
Oo. Ito. So, yung capacity lang niya is yung maximum lang na 230 kg. So, 230 kg. So, imagine, pinakamalaki na yun, diba? So, bigat na yun. So, mostly din, ito yung ginagamit ng yung mga bedridden patients. Nagtatransfer na siya compared to yung ipaupo siya doon sa pero hindi pa masyadong hindi pa masyadong talagang critical na yung pasyente na bedridden. Naka lang. Even naka-NGT